Good morning everyone, Tia Kutser from Bible in 1 Year, and today we look at Leviticus chapter 23. The whole chapter is about several holy days that had to be kept. The first holy day we find in verse 3. Work may not be done for 6 days, but on the 7th day a Sabbath is to be declared. It was a day of complete rest. They were not to do any work, and the Sabbath was to the Lord, and it was kept wherever they lived. The second holy day that we find in the chapter is in verse 5, the Passover, which was kept in the first month on the 14th day of the month. The third holy day they were to maintain was the festival of unleavened bread, also in the same month, the 15th day. For 7 days they had to eat unleavened bread, with the first day being a sacred assembly, and also no work was allowed. This was presented as a fire offering to the Lord for 7 days, and then again on the 7th day, a sacred assembly, not allowing any work. Then in verse 9, we find the requirement where when they reap a harvest, that they had to bring first fruits of the harvest to the Lord. The first sheaf was presented to the priest, and he will present it to the Lord. Together with it, also a burnt offering. Prescriptions are also given in verse 13 for a grain offering and a drink offering. These were a pleasing aroma to the Lord. They were not to enjoy anything from their harvest until they brought this offering to the Lord. They had to count exactly 7 weeks from the day of the Sabbath. And then this offering were also counted with it 50 days after the 7th Sabbath, an offering of new grain to the Lord. Verse 17 further explains 2 loaves of bread as a presentation offering. The loaves were baked with yeast. These served as first fruits. Then also with the bread, 7 male lambs, 1 young bull, and 2 rams. The animals, together with the grain and drink offerings, were a fire offering, a pleasing aroma to the Lord. 1 male goat served as a sin offering, and 2 male lambs as a fellowship sacrifice. The lambs and the bread were presented to the Lord, but it was for the priest. The day was also declared as a sacred assembly. In verse 23, they were also instructed not to reap the harvest to the edges of their fields, but leave some of the harvest for the poor. In verse 23, a day of complete rest was instituted, and they had to present a fire offering to the Lord on that day. It was called a Day of Atonement. It was also a Sabbath, and no work were to be done on that day. The Lord was very serious about the Sabbath. You can read the Lord's instructions in verse 28 to verse 32. Then in verse 33, the Feast of Shelters is introduced. It commenced on the first day of the 7th month and continued for 7 days. Day 1 was like a Sabbath, a fire offering had to be made for 7 days, and the feast concluded with another fire offering on day 8. Day 8 was also kept like a Sabbath day. Read verse 39 to 43 to see that it was celebrated as a complete feast. They were to rest completely on day 1 and day 8. It was a great time of rejoicing, where they lived in shelters as a reminder that God brought them out of slavery, and they also lived in shelters during that time. This chapter teaches us that amidst all our hard work, the Lord wants us to rejoice and to present the fruits of all our hard work to Him as King. What does our lives look like? Do we also, after a day of hard work, realize that God is enabling us to work and that He is the Lord of nature? He presents us with a harvest. And do we also regularly thank the Lord for whatever we reap from our hard work and labor? And do we rest? The world is so full of illnesses, diseases, heart attacks, and that is because we do not take time to read through the prescriptions of the Lord and to realize that our bodies also need rest. Please take time today. Ponder upon your hard work and realize that God is a God of love. He also requires us to take a time of rest and use this rest to rejoice and thank Him for everything in our lives. Amen. May you have a wonderful and blessed day.